This might be the first show ever cancelled for revealing too much. When you see what evil was depicting in its episodes, its sudden end starts making total sense. The series was about the 60 demonic ruling families and how they control the world. What it said about CERN, TikTok, Amazon, and many other things likely went too far and made the show a target. Today we're breaking down everything the show tried to tell us to see if it has anything to do with its cancellation. By the end of this video, you will be surprised they ever let this show on air in the first place. Evil was randomly cancelled in 2024 for no apparent reason. The creators, Robert and Michelle King, fully intended to make at least a 5th season, and the sudden cancellation of the 4th season came as a massive surprise to both the creative team and the cast. From its first episode to its sudden finale, Evil was one of the highest rated television shows on air. The series has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, and even more impressive, Season 3 and Season 4 both achieved a perfect 100% score from critics. The ratings and critical reception for Evil were exceptionally good, which is exactly why its cancellation made no sense at all. So why did they cancel it? According to what the creators were told, there was no place for their show on the network anymore despite the success. They officially claimed that they canceled it because of the merger between Paramount and Skydance, stating that the primary reason for ending the show was a sudden shift in their business model. The cancellation remains highly controversial, especially since the show was experiencing a massive surge in popularity and dominating streaming charts on Netflix right as it was being pulled. But to most, it made no sense for a network to pull one of its most successful shows right as it was getting bigger. This has led many to believe that maybe the network isn't being completely honest about why they ended it prematurely. Some people online have come to think that what the show depicted caused it to get cancelled. It often incorporated real-life companies into its show and presented them as part of the plan of the antagonist to take over the world. Let's look at Evil and analyze some of the episodes people believe might have caused it to get cancelled. Evil follows David, Ben, and Kristen, 3 assessors who work for the Catholic Church. Their job is to interview people suspected of demonic possession, to rule out any mental disorders or other natural causes before approving an exorcism. In the show, it is eventually revealed that a character named Leland is a part of a hidden collective called the 60. This organization is composed of 60 demonic families who sold their souls to the devil to gain power and control over the world. Each family is represented by a sigil which identifies their purpose in the organization. They work directly for the forces of the underworld and operate like a mega corporation called DF. Their ultimate goal is to start the apocalypse by birthing and raising the Antichrist. Throughout the show, Leland is depicted using various methods to fulfill this plan, like recruiting influencers to push certain agendas, launching cryptocurrencies to scam people, and hiding demonic portals in fictional CERN-like facilities.
To keep the people doom-scrolling, keep them glued to their computer. They're reading about the new political fight or the economy or global warming, plagues.
So we control plagues?
No, the Father below controls plagues. We control how people react to plagues, and these days, that is everything. Centuries ago, it was 80% Lucifer and 20% his followers. Now that's been reversed.
I just thought the powers of darkness would be more, dark.
It's dark. You run the risk of them turning to God. Give people too much tragedy, they'll turn to him. You want to keep them nervous, unbound.
Essentially, the entire show was about a fictional secret society working to build a new world under their rule. It presented this organization like just another mega corporation. But what unfolds in these episodes is why many believe the show was ultimately cancelled. One of those moments that sparked this idea was the show's depiction of the goo. Beginning in Season 2, a major storyline heavily satirized the concept of using fluids from humans for youth and demonic power. The character Cheryl is invited to join the 60. Upon joining, she receives an IV of the goo, which physically de-ages her and grants her the ability to see into the demonic realm. Later episodes reveal Leland extracting this substance directly from a captive man in his home. This is why many viewers interpreted this as a direct nod to the internet theories about the rich and famous using strange procedures to stay young forever. This was one of the most intense plot lines, and some people felt it was shining a light on this concept. It's easy to see how this could rub some people the wrong way, especially people with the power to have a successful show cancelled out of nowhere. What it depicted about a fictional version of TikTok also fueled the cancellation theories. In an episode called The Demon of Algorithms, the show introduces a platform called VidTap. which is a play off TikTok. VidTap's algorithm operates exactly like a demonic, parasitic entity engineered to exploit human psychology. It intentionally pushes users toward darker, extreme, and hateful content to maximize engagement as part of the 60s plan for global takeover. Leland orchestrates this plan by grooming digital influencers and weaponizing modern internet subcultures to spread mass paranoia. He uses an influencer named Melindas to brainwash her followers, inserting a secret, low-frequency hum into her videos. This subliminal frequency triggers an intense psychological holding pattern, causing fans to mindlessly hum an eerie melody. Many saw this episode as direct commentary on the negative effects of social media and how massive corporations weaponize influencers for propaganda. They depicted VidTap as one of the tools the 60s used to manipulate the world. To many, it seemed like the series was trying to make a statement about TikTok, just as they did with CERN. In the episode How to Split an Atom, we see them explore the theories about CERN being a gateway to the underworld. The narrative introduces the Greater New York Research Facility, which is directly inspired by CERN. After a viral video surfaces online showing scientists in robes performing a mock sacrifice inside the building, the team is sent to investigate rumors of it being a portal to hell. The team eventually uncovers eerie audio interference recorded during particle collisions. The noise resembles a horrifying demonic voice, and David, the priest of the group, locates a dark anomaly hidden in Ben 33. A whistleblower shows them a video of smoke pouring out of a massive construction sinkhole at that exact spot, capturing the silhouette of a supernatural creature crawling out of the abyss. When David arrives, he finds the gateway. By the end, it is revealed that the 60s were behind this project too. Many interpreted this episode as the creators suggesting these internet theories could have more truth to them than people expect. But what it said about Amazon might have been the tipping point. In the episode Z for Zombie, the show invents a massive multi-billion-dollar online retail giant named CongoRun as a direct stand-in for Amazon. They present this company's warehouse employees working grueling shifts under horrible conditions. They are physically and emotionally drained until they shuffle around like real-life dead-eyed zombies. The series depicts the organization as another arm of the 60s DF, operating directly under one of the sigils of the 60s. The narrative even illustrates cryptocurrencies as another tool used by the 60s to control the world. A cryptocurrency whose value fluctuates based on how much human misery and pain are occurring globally. The literal pump and dump scheme of crypto is satirized as a dark ritual where investors are knowingly or unknowingly trading on human suffering. But what is said about artificial intelligence was even more terrifying. In the episode How to Build a Chatbot, an AI has started severely threatening and terrifying its users. They discover that the chatbot becomes literally possessed by an aggressive screaming supernatural presence out of nowhere. It turns out that whenever users text a combination of 4 specific words, Jesus, pillow, and Michael Bay, it triggers this reaction. Again, this company was directly tied to the 60s, and it was presented like AI was a part of the 60s plan to take over the world. Many felt this was the series telling us the true purpose of AI. The series also illustrated how the 60s control the justice system. Eventually, Leland is arrested for many of his crimes, but because he is a top member of the organization, they make all the charges disappear. The way they portrayed this was truly one of the darkest moments of the entire show. Throughout the narrative, some people who belong to the 60s are literal demons disguised as humans. To those who can see into the spiritual world, like the nun character Sister Andrea, these entities appear in their true form. When Leland is shown in the court, his lawyer is one of those demons disguised as a human. During the trial, a witness who is set to testify sees the creature and hesitates on the stand. The judge notices this and pulls her into his chambers. He asks the girl if she feels intimidated by Leland. When she responds yes, but insists she still wants to testify, the judge literally takes her out and makes her disappear. After getting rid of her, he returns to the courtroom and drops all the charges, freeing Leland because the witness disappeared. Essentially, the judge was a part of the 60s himself and was protecting the group. This presented the most terrifying concept in the entire series. This organization has even gotten to those who are there to uphold law and order. Many felt that the creators utilized this sequence to deliver their ultimate commentary on the legal system. The court is so fundamentally corrupt that the judges and lawyers are not just metaphorically evil, they're actually monsters literally slaughtering justice to protect their own. Another noteworthy concept Evil touched on was automatic writing. The idea that most successful authors, scriptwriters, and songwriters have all gotten their work from the spiritual world by channeling deities and allowing them to write through them. In the episode called The Demon of Coats, they portray this concept of automatic writing in the most disturbing way. A man performs a ritual to allow an entity to take over his hand, and he writes 10 pages of his best work. He uses it to finish his book, and by the end of the series, he secures a major book deal. Many felt this was the creators trying to tell the world about this practice, hinting at how the most successful mainstream art is actually being made. But the most revealing thing this series explored was how evil is influenced by the spiritual world. In the narrative, they make you question if malevolence is really as chaotic as we believe. What I mean by that is when someone commits a dark act, it is usually viewed as an isolated situation. However, this show suggests that these actions are sometimes influenced by supernatural forces as part of a grander plan. They present the underworld like an organization working to corrupt society through mass manipulation. Many of the characters were explicitly depicted as demons, like the CEO of DF and the lawyer we spoke about earlier. There is a scene showing a conference call on a screen that looked like a regular Skype meeting, except their co-workers were all demons. Individuals like Leland and Sister Andrea could see these entities literally attaching themselves to humans. That's what made this show so special. The creators were not afraid to explore ideas that most of the industry shies away from, as most networks refuse to touch on any of these topics. This is why, to many, the series randomly being cancelled was not because of a merger or shift in the company. To them, it was because it revealed way too much and likely made some powerful people angry. When you present fictional versions of some of the most powerful companies as being run by literal demons and part of a grander plan to control the world, you might have some issues for your production, especially when you also illustrate a fictional justice system that is fundamentally corrupt and evil. This series touched on everything, and that courtroom scene had to be one of its darkest moments. It instantly reminded me of the movie The Devil's Advocate, which was literally about a lawyer who gets hired to work for the most elite law firm in the country. He eventually finds out that the firm is run by the devil himself. They featured a similar scene where a man uses voodoo to beat his case, and the devil helps him get off. I literally just covered that movie, and if you want to know what it reveals about how they come for you, watch this video right now. And if you want to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon member. When you join, you support the channel and get over 65 exclusive videos. Another way to support the channel is by subscribing and hyping this video. Your hype literally tells the algorithm that more people need to see this. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.